My name is Mackenzie O'Connor, and I am most interested in understanding the entanglement of self-destructive and self-expressive behaviors. Broadly, this is an exploration of architectural interventions for improving mental health. To capture my various design efforts, I've established Project Head.hands.heart. This project is an ongoing exploration of the reciprocal relationships that form the connective tissue between the head, hands, heart, and each of their sensory extensions. I'm asking how the built environment influences human sensory perception in an effort to better understand this relationship between self-destruction, self-expression, and the built environment. Currently focusing on intergenerational design, I'm addressing intergenerational trauma by exploring a biophilic approach to building soft architecture that provides visceral safety through perceptual emancipation. Before breaking this apart, I'll first share why this work is important and my personal connection to intergenerational trauma. Suicide is the sixth leading cause of death globally for 15 to 49-year-olds, and trauma is being argued as one of the most urgent public health issues in the West. My connection to the human community is motivation enough, but I am also intimately connected with these challenges. These are the 4 generations of women who I have been closest with in my life. I'm the chubby baby. These women were endlessly loving, but ailed by personality disorders, PTSD, and severe depression. My biological grandmother, who I'm holding hands with in the top right image, committed suicide. Though suicide is a striking marker for mental health, the daily burden of trauma and its expression of self-harm is decreasing the quality of life for many. Researchers posit that the body itself is a form of trauma transmission via epigenetics. When looking for other intergenerational overlap, we find the home. Home as environment and home as body. The physical body, its sensory organs, provides an interface between the central nervous system and the environment. Trauma changes how a body perceives safety in the environment. As safety is one of the most important aspects of mental health, I'm asking how design can facilitate a feeling of visceral safety. Visceral safety is a product of reciprocity, being truly heard and seen by the people and space around us. Finnish architect Juhani Pallasmaa discusses the reciprocality as an exchange. He writes, "In the experience of art, a peculiar exchange takes place. I lend my emotions and associations to the space, and the space lends me its atmosphere, which entices and emancipates my perceptions and thoughts." Perceptual emancipation is about freedom of expression, and this is how I understand self-harm, as an entanglement of self-destructive and self-expressive behaviors. Those who engage in self-harm practices are performing embodied, socially situated acts of healing, survival, and self-creation in a physical attempt to retell complex, fragmented stories of abuse, existential angst, trauma, and loss of self. I propose that space can be intentionally designed to better allow what's in to come out. Perhaps we can think of self-destruction as misdirected, self-expressive energies. My first design effort manifested as a biophilic design. I looked for materials that would provide reciprocity and acknowledgement of life. What better than a living counterpart? Biophilic-inspired design accommodates sensory sensitivities and utilizes tactile, auditory, and visual stimuli to provide a broader opportunity to connect, interact, and be part of the space without the pressure of normative interaction. On the design continuum, my initial interventions fall within the product realm. However, these are small steps towards rethinking the home more broadly. I'm starting by reimagining household design. By inserting living materials into the path of routine, can we foster opportunities to affiliate with another form of life? This design is an example of reimagining the switch. How might you approach and interact with this design versus the automatic binary of a traditional light switch? In addition to the design of products and architectures, Project Head.hands.heart is comprised of interactions and auto-theoretical writings. I'm pursuing interactions through creating conditions of community via online forums as well as through physical touch. By painting marks, the invisible is made physical. I'm studying my interactions with myself, my interactions with you, and our collective interactions with the space. We step inside a shared openness. Our reciprocal accommodations and acknowledgements say, "I see you, and I want to make this space safe for you too." These are acts of caring. Finally, I'm exploring these questions through writing from a situated point of view. The through line for this work can be seen as a design to outcome, designing with materials that acknowledge and reciprocate life, to outcomes of reduced self-harm, visceral safety through perceptual emancipation. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours.